Alright, so every year about around JP's anniversary and also sometimes around JP's New Year celebration, because I know we're always going to be getting a really hyped servant, I always do a little bit of a PSA for my global players because there's always usually a really good campaign that's like, hey, if you start playing the game right now, your account will be off to a very strong start. And because, we're all like, oh, maybe Olga's going to be coming out in just a couple of days here, I know I'm going to see a lot of NA players that are going to jump ship over and start playing JP. I see it happen like literally every single year, not even just for Arcoid. That was probably the biggest mass exodus over to JP, right? So many people were like, oh, I'm now officially going to start playing JP because Arcoid's in the game. But you see it pretty much like every year. You have it where even like Scotty, when she came out for 3rd anniversary, people were like, I want to try out this new insane farming method, right? Like quick is the best, as people always jump ship. Now, the reason I always do these PSAs is that you want to already kind of have your account going. You want to start logging in and just getting things, even if you're not going to be playing the game, because you don't want to go to JP and then have nothing and be able to be like, well, I did pull the new unit, but I have no EXP cards, I ain't got no QP, I don't have anything, right? Whereas at least if you're logging in for a lot of these campaigns, you can start collecting little bits of QP, some mana prisms, EXP cards, different resources and stuff like that. And so whenever these new hype servants do actually come out, you're ready to kind of intercept them on your account, right? It's the same reason that even though a long time ago, this is a little bit of a story time with your boy ZTL, I lost my original NA account because my phone exploded, and at the time I didn't really know that you were supposed to have a transfer code, so I didn't exactly, wasn't able to get my account back. But then, I saw that Jalter was going to be coming back around, and I was like, oh, I really want Jalter, so I'm going to start playing whenever she comes out. But I had the idea of, well, if I start playing when she comes out, I'm not really going to be able to use her, and it's going to be a long time to get my account running. Everybody's gone through the initial period of starting an FGO account, where it takes you a little bit to kind of get in the swing of things. Now, they have like new player missions now that make things a little bit easier, where they'll give you like some ascension material, and as you're clearing the store, you also get like EXP cards and stuff as you go along, but it's still going to take you a little bit to get in the swing of things, especially because you're probably going to prioritize people like, say, your waivers, your Castoria, maybe if you get her on the GSSR or something like that, your Koyanskayas, who knows who they're going to bring back for the rotation thing for anniversary. Maybe they bring out Olga, and then they also bring out Oberon, right? Maybe he's on the rotation thing, right? Maybe it's crazy, right? You're going to be focused on getting all those guys done. And so just being able to log in and get a lot of this stuff is very, very strong. Now, this isn't like the most insane login thing of all time, but what I saw was that they're actually kind of buffing up things over here as well whenever you're starting the game over here, right? This is the Start Dash campaign. Currently, I have the, Nuzlocke account that we're doing like, every other Saturday about. We should be doing that, I think, tomorrow, actually, over here on the channel, so stay posted for that. But, these are very, very helpful as you just, like, slowly start collecting these, like, fat globs of Saint Quartz that you're able to get. And just, if you can start logging in and start getting this under wraps, by the time that, say, like, Olga comes out, or whoever, maybe there's, like, a part 2 banner for anniversary, we don't really know what's going on. There seems to be a lot of firsts for this JP anniversary, but you could just start essentially collecting an extra, like, 200 Saint Quartz over here. That's ridiculous. That's insane. You're looking at, like, an extra, what? That's an extra 7 multis, I think about, like 7.5 multis, I believe. Someone could correct me on my math on that in the comments down below. But if you could just start getting that ready, think about like all the banners you've summoned on where just the extra couple of multis would have been able to get you that unit, right? Or maybe, for whatever reason they give out, I don't know, 800 Saint Quartz over here for JP, right? I don't think they're going to do that, right? Especially if you're a newer account. But let's say they do, and then bam, you got this extra 200. Now you can hit pity, right? And stuff like that can just be very, very useful for you as like a newer player, right? So I wanted to put this PSA out and be like, this is a perfect time to go ahead and start playing JP, because I know a lot of people are going to see the live stream announcement. They're going to see this new crazy servant that we're going to get, whether it do actually be Olga or maybe, I don't know, it's like Zelrich or something. Who knows? It's going to be somebody hype, right? It's anniversary. I think the only like non-hype anniversary servant was like Sherlock, I think, because even Da Vinci for 1 year anniversary, we were at least like going through the campaign with her. And so it was cool to finally be able to use Da Vinci. And then we all kind of realized that she wasn't as crazy as we thought she was going to be. But like Sherlock, I think was the only one that people were like, oh, okay, we have Sherlock now. Sure, that's cool, that's whatever. But all the other ones, you know, Scotty, people were really hyped about because she was insanely good. Da Vinci Rider was very hyped, more so because she was insanely good and just kind of like made your team comps really fun to use. Castoria was extremely gas, especially because she came out of left field. Then you have Koyenskaya, who's kind of like an antagonist that we're able to summon, and again, has kind of changed the landscape of the game, right, with Buster farming. Then we had Arcoid, where everybody just jumped ship over to JP because they're like, I want to be able to play with this new servant. So just make sure you're setting your best foot forward, right? Even if you're not going to be grinding out events over on JP. We just had a tower event. You know, you could have skipped out on that, but just logging in, maybe even doing your dailies every now and then, that just takes you like maybe 10 minutes of your time, right? To just go through and start accruing some material, start clearing out some of the story, because, you know, you could solo pretty much all of the story up to like Demeter with Ku Alter, right? You could just go through and clean anybody out. Just slowly start going through, getting stuff collected, so that whenever these new really popular servants do come out, you're ready to accept them, you know, for lack of a better term. You're ready to kind of get that servant and level them up immediately, get them done, because you only got one of the special ascension. If you're a bit of a newer player, maybe you've just started playing, or maybe you even forgot about this, but you have the special ascension option where basically you can select one of your servants that you have in your box, and it will immediately take them up to level 80 Ascension 4, right? It'll just max them, well, not max them out, but, you know, get them up to par, right? Basically, most important part is you unlock all three of their skills. They're not going to be leveled up skills, or they're all going to be 1-1-1, but hey, that's where, like, logging and collecting some QP and stuff like this really comes in handy. It's also very nice for, say, the evocation stuff that is coming out. It seems every couple of months. There are usually login bonuses for that, where they give you those little feather things. And it's just really nice that whenever a very gas servant comes out, it's like, okay, I can like grab all these free-to-plays. I have all the Saint Quartz and stuff I need. I got the XP cards I need. I got the QP. I've got everything that I want. And then you also think about like random things like during Anniversary, where they give out like a Grail or like some lures or rare prisms. Just stuff like that you're going to want, because, you know, you have like different main interludes and stuff that come out around for those rare mana prisms that you're going to need to unlock a lot of that, or like different old Mystic codes and stuff that you might want, like Anniversary Blonde, stuff along those lines. I just think it's a very good time to go ahead and start JP, because I just saw this campaign. I'm like, huh, they're doing a little Start Dash campaign thing, and I'm like, and it's going until the 7th of September. I'm like, I need to get this out now, so people can start, you know, logging in and start getting in this game. Because also remember, summer usually follows Anniversary, right? I don't know, you know, on NA we've got a very, very late summer coming, right, in September, right? But, you know, for JP, usually you have the Anniversary, and then that leads into summer. And look, all I'm saying is, what if we get Summer Morgan this year, baby? You want to have those Saint Quartz. I mean, last summer was absolutely ridiculous. We got Lady Avalon, who is basically just Arts Merlin, which that should speak for how good she is. We got Berserker Ibuki, who is like arguably the best arts looper in the game. And then we got Ruler Scotty, who kind of fixed Quick up a little bit. Didn't exactly push it to being #1 like everybody wanted, but she did essentially make it more playable now, if that makes sense. Like, it was a very crazy summer, and so I'm really looking forward to see what we're going to get this year. And you could also partake in all that if you just start logging into JP now. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Just a little discussion video that I like doing every now and then when I see a very good campaign going over on JP. And also remember, before I forget, that usually for like the Anniversary stuff, because FGO likes to try to prevent people from re-rolling, they make it to where like you had to start logging in before Anniversary hit to get the rewards for Anniversary. That's kind of how they prevent re-rolls. So you want to also make sure that, who knows what they'll give out during the live stream for some random Twitter campaign. They seem to be doing a lot of first. Maybe with the Pekara stream thing going on as well, maybe they're going to give out some exclusive thing for that you want to be logged in for. Just all that good stuff. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll stop rambling, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, light, guys.